Wash and sanitize my hands, put my gown on, get close to the patient, verify the patient, do a timeout, adjust the light. Wash and sanitize my hands, put my gown on, get close to the patient, verify it's the right patient, do a timeout, and adjust the light. No, this is not a glitch in the recording where I'm repeating myself. This is actually my daily routine as a surgeon. Yep, I'm a urologist, a surgeon. There are days when I perform this exact same routine close to 10 times. 10 different patients, same room, same team, same routine. However, just like the patient changes, the procedure may also change. I may be making an incision in the abdomen and exposing the kidney. I may do something minimally invasive where I just take small little instruments and get inside in the body. Sometimes I even use a robot to assist us with the surgeries. But regardless of the patient, regardless of the procedure, and regardless of what instrument I am using, the first thing that I adjust is the light. Light is a significant part of my day and vital to my ability to perform surgery. There's a light on the camera of the telescopic lens I use to see inside organs. There are big overhead lights for our open surgery cases, which we can adjust, redirect, and even change the settings to make them more spot focused. I can pretty much get a light anywhere I need to. And if I'm still not satisfied, they actually make lights which I can put on my head. Now, every day is not going to be perfect. There will be days where one of the operating room lights needs a bulb change. There will be days where my telescopic lens may have a little crack in it and will not allow the light to travel through perfectly. When these scenarios occur, we try to figure out a solution pretty fast because I can't do the best surgery and I can't have the best outcomes if I can't see. As a surgeon, I'm completely dependent on the light. In my 40 years of life, I've celebrated Diwali in so many different ways. We've all heard the phrases that Diwali is the conquest of good over evil, light over darkness, and knowledge over ignorance. I've heard the same words and same phrases a million times, and I get it. Diwali is all about this positive energy force. I usually take the day of and the day after Diwali off. This year, I ended up having to work on both days. As much as I wanted to be at home eating Kaju Katri with my family and sending mass happy Diwali texts to my friends, I had to put patients first this year. Interesting, though, this gave me an opportunity to reflect on the true meaning of the week, of the days, and the core message of light over darkness that we hear so much around this festive time we call Diwali. I was in the operating room this week, starting a procedure, adjusting my light, and someone asked me about my recent social media post about Diwali. I initially naturally responded, like I always do if someone asks me, "Yep, it's Diwali this week, the Festival of Lights." But because this week I was in the operating room and not at home, I kind of continued what I usually say. Yep, it's Diwali, the Festival of Lights, and today, instead of lighting candles with my family at home, I'm lighting this OR light together with you and this patient. This comment led to a chuckle in the operating room. But this is when a light bulb kind of went off in my head. At this point, I had a realization that every single day in my career, I'm basically doing what Diwali does for us in a matter of a few days. Diwali shines a light on all the things that we need to focus on. The conversation continued in the operating room where I gave my colleague the cursory explanation of the Festival of Lights, a festival that is not just celebrated by me as a Hindu, but by those of the Jain and Sikh faith. I then went on to explain that Diwali is actually just one day, but it's celebrated slightly different by different faiths. Most of us spread out the celebration over several days, where each day has its own individual significance. Though each significance or purpose may be different, what we're trying to accomplish in that time is pretty much the same. We're trying to come together with ourselves, our families, and our communities. We're coming together as different faiths, diverse populations, and ethnicities. Because the purpose of Diwali at its core, I feel, is essentially getting us to shine a brighter light in this world. We essentially see the soul or the light. So my light communicates with your light. So now getting back to my theory about the light. As a surgeon, I can't do anything without that light. It gets me to see places I can't see at all. The light gets me to preserve life. It allows me to work, have a profession, and have financial stability. The light allows my patient to have another day without cancer or the pain of a kidney stone. That light is vital to survival for us in the operating room. And in the same way, that light that we light, or that light that we reflect on during the days of Diwali, is essential for everyday life. Focusing on that light can help get you through tough situations. When you're in your deepest, darkest times, that light, with just a little adjustment, can help you find your way. The light when you're in a fight and angry at someone will help you find that bright spot in your conversation or within that individual. In fact, it will help you find the bright spot within yourself and help bring it out. And that light will guide you to forgive and forget. However, what about those instances where light doesn't work or something is broken? For us in the operating room, there's always a backup plan. There's always a replacement bulb, a different cord, or even a different operating room I can go into. Essentially, it's the same way in our life. If you've lost your light, the best thing that you can do is find someone that will help you get back on that path or that journey. And this is why it's essential to communicate your thoughts and your feelings. It's essential not just to have family, friends, and colleagues you can confide in, but it's essential to have someone that you can lean on and depend on. In the operating room, I lean on my surgical technician, the circulating nurse, the anesthesiologist. I lean on the knowledge from my training days. I lean on the lessons I've learned from the operating room when things didn't always go right. When I'm in trouble or seem nervous in the operating room, it's my team and my past experiences that lift me up. At home, I lean on my wife and my 3 daughters. If they see that I'm upset, down, angry, or just that my mind is wandering, they support me and help me open up and get me past what's bothering me. So yes, this week has been about Diwali, the Festival of Lights, full of color from rangolis and full of savory and sugary sweets and treats, and full of activities that bring us closer as families, friends, colleagues, and communities. But at the end of the day, Diwali is really about you and your light, and finding ways to not just focus that light, but also to ensure that your light shines bright to guide you, as well as those around you. And now that Diwali is past us, it's important we continue to reflect and focus on this light every day, every moment, every opportunity. The light, your light, it will always be there to guide you.
BABS Better Living.